We're here at John O'Quinn Field. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Oregon State Beavers and the Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Beavers head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Cougars will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Fielded in the end zone, it's Butler. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Beavers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. This guy's just what you're looking for. Reliable, gutty, doesn't need the spotlight, but they will need production from him in this one. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Sells the run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. It makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Nice move to keep running. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The play fake. Slips away. Just had to get rid of it.
And as a defense, you're happy with the incompletion. But, man, when you get to this guy, you want to hit him. But you got to get the quarterback on the ground. He does a great job extending the play. You gave him an opportunity to make a big play. At least the back end held up. But you got to wrap that guy up when you get a chance.
Spins away from the defense. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Out wide right, it's Nolan. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Slides away. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, a really nice decision early in the game by the QB. You're in great field position, at least going to have an opportunity to kick a field goal. 3rd down, nothing open, just throw it away and let your head coach make the decision.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Houston's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Keyshawn Henderson, a freshman prospect from Texas. 5-star recruit. Everybody was after him, and they are going to rely on him to get this passing game in gear.
And, man, we've heard a lot about this young man. We heard about the stars, 5 stars. Everybody wanted him across college football. Now it's go time, right? The practice reps, the recruiting, none of it matters. Palmer, I want to see him now take some snaps, make some throws. The fan base has been frothing at the mouth for this moment.
But you got to be holding your breath a little bit, too, because college football is a lot different than high school. Yes, this guy was so dynamic the last time we saw him play in high school, but I remember my first start as a true freshman, man. The lights were brighter, the speed was fast, there was so much more pressure, and everything changes. How can he handle it, especially early in this game, I think, goes a long way in finding out how he plays today.
Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quickly to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Right side, it's Thomas. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Let's talk for a second about Houston. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. In the red area, it's Sanford. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Cougar! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Newberry. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Sets his feet. It's Murphy. Got his man. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not much.
On the move. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down. And the Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Trying to make one miss. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Wants to throw on first. Caught. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Tight end now in motion. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. They get him on the ground, and boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's going for the big play. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Keeping his eyes downfield. Fires on the move. Finds a man by himself. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They're all over him. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pulls it on the option. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Hits inside. It's Hughes. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Butler. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Hits the hole. It's Hatcher. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. On the move. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keeps it on the option. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I really like the third down play here. How are you going to pressure the quarterback? I love the blitz. It fools the offensive line. They get to the quarterback before he has a chance to set his feet, make a nice throw, forcing the 4th down.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Moving the pocket, it's Henderson. And down he goes back at the 3. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Gonna run it. It's Hatcher. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. That's caught. It's Hampton. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The Beavers using their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He wants to throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Drives inside. Sees some running room. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. And the Beavers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's driving for the goal line. Loose football.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Moving out to the right. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Houston going up tempo. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. Out wide right, it's Thomas. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Drops back on first down. Setting up the screen. Inside the 40. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Florida Atlantic taking on the number 25 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Florida Atlantic Owls, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. What a day so far from that stud linebacker. He's truly the quarterback of that defense, and he's really dictating the way things are going. A dynamic defender in every sense of the word. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Houston head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. Two solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. Houston will snap it in the red zone. Rid of it on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick give. It's Hughes. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Houston has it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From deep, it's Butler. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Rush right in his face. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. Fires immediately. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
On the run, it's McMillan. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw. Still looking. Trying to escape. It's a fumble on the play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. On the move at the 30. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Makes the grab inbounds. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a crease. Breaks the tackle. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Second down to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hampton. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Right side, it's Nolan. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to pass. Under pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the 3rd quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do. And they give it away with the fumble, and now they're going to really need this defense to bail them out, to make some plays, to force a turnover, maybe even score because they built a good deficit.
The run inside. It's Hughes.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Murphy. Finds his target.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Sells the run, wants to pass. He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter.
886 bouncer. 886 bouncer.
cuts it upfield. It's McMillan. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. To throw, it's Murphy. Here comes the heat. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Turning it on. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cougars. The defense putting points on the board.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick six right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Jekyll
and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He wants to throw it again. Gets rid of it. They will score! Touchdown, Beavers!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gets him a little closer at 31-10. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sends it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Lots of room to run. Touchdown, Houston. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Salt interwomb, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Extending the play. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Pulls it in. It's McMillan. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10.
949, Rockstar. 949.
From the gun, it's McMillan. Breaks into the open. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Out wide right, it's Hampton. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Switch it.
The Beavers are flying down the field.
Ready. Red 80. Go.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. First down here for the offense. Working the middle. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have two more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Beavers have it with a first and 10.
Ready. Blue 85. Blue 80. Move.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A first down for the offense.
Ready. Go.
Drops back. It's Murphy. Finds his big tight end. Jumped on top of the pile. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Second down coming up. Just keeps slinging it. That's caught. It's Hampton. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
Needs it here on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Straight ahead, it's Hughes. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up second and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. right back to it. Nowhere to go.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And the extra point was good. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. Here comes the Houston offense out and ready to go. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff again. Makes the tackle.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one.